Hey guys, I haven't posted a video in a while because I've just been extremely busy with school and everything, but I'm getting back into the swing of things. So I'm here to do my July wrap up. I read, surprisingly, I was shocked with myself, and um, I read a lot of books this month. A lot of them I got from the library, so I've been really good at not buying a lot of books this month. I didn't buy a lot of books this month, but there is a stack of books here, but not a big stack of books. Like in June, I went no, like the end of May before I went to California. Um, I bought 20 books. I got like 20 packages. So that I went extremely busy. That I went extremely. Um, that's when I bought a lot of books. But I've been doing good. So a lot of the books I've wanted to read, I've been not buying. If I want to read the book, I'll buy a copy for myself. I've been I've been getting them from the library, so if I like, because my new thing is if I like it, I'll get it from the If I want to read it, I'll get it from the library, and if I like it, then I'll buy myself a physical copy of the book, and then if I don't like it, then I'm not going to buy it and waste money. But there were a couple books that I loved Unfortunately, I had to return them I had to bring them back to the library because other people had them on hold. But I will put the picture of it on my phone so you can see the books that I did read that I don't have physical copies of. But I did read a lot of books this month. The first one I read is. Sorry, I'm getting it now. The first one I read was the first one I loved because I saw a lot of people talking about it. There were a few that people that it was going around BookTube, and I didn't really know if I wanted to buy a physical copy of it or if I just wanted to, or if I wanted to get it from the library. So I got it from the library. I loved it. It's the best night of your pathetic life by Tara Altebrando. I loved this book. It was so good. I want to buy myself a physical copy of this. 5 out of 5 stars. Um, it freaked me out a little bit because when I read it, my cousin's name was in it, so I'm like, oh, this is a coincidence. Okay, I'm liking this book a lot more now because my cousin's name was in it. But then when I flipped to a page, my cousin's last name was in this, so it freaked me out because I know he didn't write it, but I felt like he did, and he did not tell me that he wrote the book, and he just put this name so I wouldn't know he wrote it. It freaked me out, but I loved this book. It got mixed reviews around BookTube and everything, but I loved it. It made me like it even more. And 5 out of 5 stars. And I want a physical copy of this for myself, so I'm probably going to buy myself a physical copy of the book. But this is a book that I would probably definitely reread, and maybe even let my cousin read it too, so he can feel the weirdness of his name and his last name being in this book. But it was very good. I loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. The next book that I read was I was hesitant to read it because it was a complete like cover. It was a complete it's a week of Mondays, but it's kind of light. There we go. It was a week of Mondays by Jessica Brody. This is kind of light. Trying to focus it. There. It's a week of Mondays by Jessica Brody. I thought this book was okay. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I thought this book was okay. It was different than I thought it was going to be. I read it in like a day and a half, but I read it quite. Oh, there we go. I read it quite quickly, but it was okay. I might buy myself a physical copy of this, but I don't really know. I haven't decided yet, but 4 out of 5 stars for that one. The next book I read is called The Best Kind of Magic. I forgot who it's by. That's why I'm looking it up now. It was good. I liked it. I think I gave it. I think I gave it. I think I gave it 4 out of. Oh, it's by Crystal Kestany. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but it's The Best Kind of Magic. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was okay. It was okay. It was. I really wanted to read this. I really wanted to read this book. So I really wanted to read this book. So I got it from the library. I liked it more than I thought I was going to. So that's one thing that I liked about it. But overall it was good. I think I gave it either 3 or 4 stars, but it was very good. I wanted to buy myself a physical copy of this book before I got it from the library, so I probably will, and the second book is coming out in 2018, so I will probably buy myself a physical copy of this book and then reread it and then reread it before the second book in this series comes out. I think it's only 2 books, but I could be wrong. There could be a third book, but I'm probably going to reread it before the second one comes out so I can reread it and understand exactly what happened. But I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was very good. I read it pretty fast, so yeah. I heard one of the reasons why I wanted to read it to begin with is because I heard Christina over at the Princess Gummy Bear talk about this book. So that's why I wanted to read it, and so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to read it. But I thought it was very good. But yeah, so I have to go on Amazon now to get the other book because it's not working. But it was very good. I really did like it. So yeah. Here we go. Okay, the next book is American Girls. It's kind of bright, but it's American Girls by Allison Umgner. Sorry if I butcher your name, but it was very good. I really liked this book. I got it from the library because I did want to read a physical copy of it, but I got it from the library. So it was okay. I gave it like 4 out of 5 stars. It's about a girl who takes her stepmother's credit card and moves to LA and moves in with her sister. I love LA because I was just in California, but I love LA and I love books that are like based or like set in LA. So this is one of the reasons why I loved this book, but I gave it like 4 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was Project 17 by Lori something, rather. I will get it right now. I can't remember exactly who wrote it. Okay. It's Project 17 by Lori Fari Stoltzers. This was it. I read a couple I also heard about Christina over at the Princess Gummy Bear talk about this book too. So that's why I read it. I got it from the library. The premise is why I wanted to read it. The premise is why I wanted to read it, but after reading a couple chapters of it, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. So I DNF'd it. I DNF'd it. I didn't like it. I couldn't get into it. So that's why I DNF'd it and I just stopped reading it because I couldn't get into it and I couldn't really understand. I mean, I understood it, but I just couldn't really understand what was really going on. So I had to DNF it. The last book I read that I only read a chapter of that I did not like at all was, and a lot of people love this series, so please do not hate me for not liking this series, for liking this book, but it was, Half Bad by Sally Green. I've been wanting to read this book forever, so I didn't want to buy a copy of it because I just wanted to read it. I just wanted to read it from the library, but after one chapter, I couldn't do it. So after the one chapter, I did not like it at all. So I was like, I can't read this book. I couldn't do it anymore. So I returned it from the library. I returned it to the library. I gave it 1 star. I gave it 1 out of 5 stars. I couldn't do it. So that was it. And the next book I read that I finished yesterday, that I gave 4 out of 5 stars. I've seen this book going around. I've been seeing this book on Book Outlet, on Amazon, on Barnes & Noble, everywhere. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll read it. Maybe I'll read it and If I like it, then I will buy a physical copy of it on Book Outlet for, I think, right now it's on sale for like, I think, $1.89. So if I like it, then I will buy a physical copy of it from Book Outlet and probably reread it. And also, A Week of Mondays is also on Book Outlet on sale for, I think, $2.99. So I will probably buy a copy of that too and reread it because I actually did enjoy it better than I thought. But it's 52 Reasons to Hate My Father, also by Jessica Brody. I finished this yesterday. It was a quick read. For me. I really did enjoy this more than I thought it was going to be. It was really funny. It's also about a girl. It's about a girl named Lexington Laborie. And she's never worked a day in her life. It's about a girl named Lexington Laborie has never had to work a day in her life. After all, she's the heiress of the multi-billion-dollar Laborie media empire, and heiresses are not supposed to work. But then again, they're not supposed to crash brand new Mercedes convertibles into convenience stores on Sunset Boulevard either. So for her 18th birthday, her dad decides to make a more proactive approach to her wayward life and gets her a low-wage minimum job. And after that, she has 52 reasons to hate her father. And it was very good. I read it on Friday, and I finished it yesterday. So it took me a day and a half less than 2 days to read this book. I read it very quickly. It was very fast paced, but I really enjoyed it. I really liked it, and I probably will buy a copy and probably reread it, but not right away. But I really did enjoy this, and it was 4 out of 5 stars. Now, the book I'm reading right now is Roomies by Sara Zarr and Tara Altebrando. This is my second book that I am reading by Tara Altebrando, and also this was the second book I read by Jessica Brody that I really did enjoy. And I'm only on page 89, but I'm really enjoying this. This is about 2 girls who get assigned to be each other's roommates. For college, I'm currently in college, so I can relate. But I don't do dorming, but I've always wanted to, so I can relate to this book. But because I'm in college, but it's very good so far. I'm very enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. I think I can finish it tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. But it's very good. I'm really enjoying it so far. So I think I can finish this up pretty quickly. Alright, those were all the books that was my July wrap-up. Those were all the books that I have read and currently reading in July. And let me know what you guys are reading, because I'm always I have a big stack of books that I got from the library, so I have a lot of reading to do. I was reading the series Glow by Amy Kathleen Ryan that I did not like, so I wanted to take a break from that series for a little while, so that's why I've been reading books from the library. Because I wanted to take a break from that series. But after I'm finished reading all the books that I have on hold from the library, I will pick that series back up and continue reading it. But until then, I'm reading all those books from the library. But let me know what you're reading currently, because I'm always looking for new books to read and to get from the library. And yeah, I'm going to film my August book haul right now. It's not that big, but yeah. Alright, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!